Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a review of my Chanel Grand Shopping Tote, or GST if in short. I got this bag pre-loved from the seller who have had this bag for since 2011 if I'm not wrong. The serial number of the bag is starting with 15, so I googled and found out that it actually was manufactured in 2011. So I have had this bag for the past 1 year, although I don't I didn't really use it that much, but it is okay. It's pretty well used in my wardrobe because I have so many other bags, in my opinion. Yeah, so I got this pre-love, and so in total the bag is about 5 years old. So I'm gonna do a review of the bag in terms of the wear and tear, and also I will also show you how do I fit my things in there, given that this is a non-closure bag, and also a few tips about how to authenticate the bag. So I given that it's actually a 5 6 year old bag. The bag, apart from I just inspected the bag before I filmed this video. Apart from the poofs, or we call that the quilts, the quilted squares, I didn't actually see any scuffing on the bag. The bag has actually retained its structure in general. I have seen for myself how other bags carried by other people has slouched, has lost their shape over time. But in terms of how my bag is looking, I think it has held up pretty well. So I guess it's not about how long you have had this bag, it's about how you actually maintain your bag, especially when you keep it in storage when you're not using it. So this is in a caviar leather. I really like caviar leather as opposed to lambskin because I don't baby my bags. Before I had my first Chanel, which is in that box, it's a Chanel Jumbo. I think it's a medium or a jumbo in lambskin. It's a vintage bag, and lambskin just look rather dated after a while. It's not because it looks old fashioned, but it basically just look very bitten and very tired after a few years. But caviar, in contrast, can really keep their the look and feel well. The leather still look pristine even after many years of using. I actually have dropped my jumbo before on concrete, not concrete, but it's rough surface flooring, and thank God it is still okay. So I think caviar is the way to go. If you're buying a Chanel, I would suggest that you consider a caviar. So this is the back of the bag. It looks pretty good. Okay, in terms of how I pack my bag, there are actually two compartments. There are actually three compartments. The center portion, this one open top compartment, and the other one open top compartment. So I usually will put my wallet in here so that it is protected. And then I will leave my less valuable items in this open top compartment, things that I would like to have easy access in and out of the bag. So in this compartment, I hope you can see it, I actually have my Louis Vuitton pochette, which I am using as a whole catch-all for my loose items like my house keys, my car keys, my office access card, my means, etc., so that they are kept organized in the bag. I keep this zip open so that I can just take the things in and out easily. And I also have my specs. The other side of the compartment, I have my this is for my backup battery, which I'm using right now. This is my pack of tissue, and and also my makeshift makeup bag. So that's it. In terms of authentication, I really suggest that you read a lot on how to authenticate the Chanel bag. If you are buying a GST, read about how to identify the authentic GST, because there are really a lot of fakes out there, especially super fakes. So if you notice, or I actually noticed that some authenticators do not authenticate bags beyond a certain serial number, because that's when the super fake really came out, and it became quite difficult for the authenticators to identify or recognize what is real and what is not real out there. So you guys really need to be careful. I'm always very worried, because I think that pre-love is the way to go, but really this authentication problem is something that needs to it's a problem that needs to be conquered. Otherwise, you might end up spending a lot of money for a fake. So one thing that I look out for before I purchase the bag is how the quilts are actually constructed. So I take note of where the quilt starts and quilt end in other bags, in other pictures of the other pictures of authentic GST, and also at the back of it, the pocket should line nicely with the quilt that is lined behind. Okay, so there is a pocket here. The inside of the pocket is lined with, I think, leather, and the other side of the pocket is actually this the entire structure of the bag. So apart from this leather portion, the rest of the bag, I think it's leather, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think it's leather. So the other portion of the bags, they're all made in fabric. Okay, so just ensure that your pockets line, the quilts line with each other. And also the gold hardware of this bag, it has Chanel Senru Camben, if I'm not wrong, I can't see. Senru Camben Paris. So just make sure that you have that engraving in this portion of the bag. Okay, and turn the bag around. The inside corner of this bag actually has a tab that has serial number. I can't show you, but basically there's a serial number. Take note that some fakes also have serial number, or actually I have to say most fakes have serial number, so you have to take note. I recommend that you actually take note of the font, how the zeros, the ones, the eights are constructed, so that you know what font that Chanel uses and whether or not the one that you are seeing is actually authentic. This one is a separated tab. I would say it's an additional flap that comes out from the side, because the inside of the bag is fabric, so it's not like the jumbo where it's actually pasted on the bag itself, but this is actually sewn on a leather tab, and it's sewn at the side of the bag, if you know what I mean. Okay, and take note of the zip. Take note of the zips here also. Okay, the tab here should say Chanel made in Italy. Mine is made in Italy. And the card, I have seen the fakes with very bad alignment of the card. Okay, so mine is like this. Just take note that it should look similar when you are buying the bag. So I hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my channel, please hit subscribe, and if you want to see how I style my bag, please go to my Instagram account at justsomegirl8899. I'll see you again next time. Bye.